Hello, it's been a while. How you doing? That's great. Sorry, that was so dumb. Let me try that again. Hello! Wow, I feel very weird. I haven't been on camera in quite some time, so forgive me if I'm a little awkward. And I don't know, I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to filming. I'm good at live streaming, but filming is kind of different. Hi, it's been a while. How you doing? I think it's no secret that I completely disappeared from the internet for the past, I want to say 6 months. But if you're a friend of mine, you know that I tend to do this from time to time. And I'm very sorry. I don't know why I do it. It just happens. But I wanted to sit down and have a chat and to really explain all of the reasons why I disappeared this time. And hopefully you guys will forgive me for that. I have my notes on my phone, so if you see me looking down or looking at it for any reason, it's because I just wanted to make sure that I hit every box. I checked every box and I made sure I said everything I needed to say. Okay, so I think the first thing I should probably mention is that my hamster Pop-Tart passed away in October. It was very hard and I cried for 3 days. And I don't think I'm gonna be a hamster mom, at least not for a little while, simply because they have such short lifespans and my heart can't take it. Pop-Tart was my little girl. I loved her with all my heart. And I did everything I could for her because I know that even though she wasn't my forever hamster, I was her forever human. I was the only human that she had. And I did my best with her and it broke my heart when she passed away. I had a hamster before her and Coco was my very first hamster and I loved her with all my heart, and then when she passed away I cried and I don't think I can do it again. At least not now anyway. Just because I didn't have the room, I didn't have the space for a hamster. It was very claustrophobic in my bedroom. So I think when I have my own house, I'm going to be a hamster mom again, so hopefully in the future. It does hurt when they eventually pass away because their lifespans are very short, but you know, she taught me a lot and I loved her with all my heart and I loved seeing her every day, and it hurts that I can't anymore. Wow, it's crazy how much I still feel it even though it's been months, because she passed away in October. It is now May. So that leads me to the next part of why I've been away. After Pop-Tart passed away, I couldn't stand looking at the empty cage. I would even, my eyes would trail right to where her cage usually was, and it hurt, and it was such a reminder that she was gone. So I needed to do something. So I decided to rearrange all of the furniture in my bedroom. I'm one of those people who think changing their room around changes their lives and everything. So that's what I did. Unfortunately, we noticed that the carpet that I had in my room was terrible. So the last time we had to redo our carpet, they didn't put it in correctly. It was really flimsy, wouldn't stay down on the ground or nothing. And it was barely even tucked into the molding or whatever it's called. I don't know. So we realized how terrible the carpet was. It was cheap. It wasn't installed correctly. So we're like, okay, let's get rid of it. So we got rid of our carpet in my bedroom. And then we put in laminate flooring. And it took us about a week to finally, well, I want to say close to 2 weeks to finally from the whole process of getting all of my stuff out of my bedroom, tearing up the flooring, and then putting in the new flooring, and then putting everything back into my room. It took almost 2 weeks. So that was a huge change for me in November. That was in November, I should say. And then, well, for all of my friends that are, that follow me on Twitch, I'm a live streamer on Twitch. Not so much anymore though. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. But for anyone who's watching me on Twitch, I did not set up the lighting or my cameras or my green screen. So I wasn't able to return to streaming in that way. I did do a couple no cam streams simply because I don't have my camera set up. Hopefully I can make a return soon. I would like to. I just don't have the means to at this moment. Sorry, I'm getting off track. And then after our bedroom was finally complete, my dog hurt his paw. If you guys don't know, I have a dog. He's an Alaskan Malamute. He's 8 years old now, I believe. Yeah, he's 8 years old. He's an old man, and his name is Coda. I should have started with that. Regardless, whatever. So my dog hurt his paw. He got like a thorn wedged in between his paw pads, and he was bleeding a lot. It was very, very scary and very, very traumatic. Like a week before Thanksgiving, he hurt his paw. So we rushed him to the vet. He got sedated. That's a whole other story. I don't want to get into that part. Regardless, it is very, very stressful, very traumatic, and very heart-wrenching whenever my dog gets hurt, simply because there's a lot of factors that come into that, and we have to make really tough decisions. It was just a bad time for us. Bad time for Coda, obviously, because he's the one who got hurt, but still, whatever. We were all hurting. Anyway, we took him to the vet, we came home, and then the healing process began because he had to get stitches on his paw, and dogs naturally want to lick their paws or their injuries and stuff like that, but we couldn't let him. So we had to keep a close eye on him, which triggered a lot of PTSD for me. I think it's been 2 years now, maybe a year and a half since he got his major surgery. So my dog had to get TPLO surgery because he blew out his back knee. Yeah, he blew out his back knee. Bones were shattered. He had trouble walking for like 6 months or something. It was a very traumatic experience. This just brought up a lot of feelings that I was having, a lot of PTSD. And you know, the recovery process was very similar. I was already used to this. I already got it down, and I know how to take care of him when he's injured. I mean, I'm grateful for that. I knew how to take care of him, but like it was very scary. I had a lot of anxiety. So naturally, I couldn't function like a normal person. I'm laughing about it now, but it was very sad. Anyway, so yeah, I had a lot of mental struggles from, you know, just feeling all the PTSD from his injury. I was honestly feeling a little bit lost. I was doing Twitch for so long and barely anything came out of it. I didn't know if this was like my purpose. I mean, ugh. I mean, that's everybody's question. What's my purpose? What's my purpose? But, you know, I was struggling with it a lot. I just turned 30 last year, and oh my God, I can already hear Lucas go, "You're 30!" I just turned 30. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I was feeling lost, and I didn't know if it was even possible to start over at 30. I just really don't know what to do with my life. So I had a little bit of is it a midlife crisis? Oh my God, am I at the age of a midlife crisis now? Probably. I don't know. What year's midlife? Whatever. Anyway. Anywho, and then came December of 2025. One of my aunts passed away a week before Christmas. It really reminded me that I haven't been back home for 6 years now, and I really miss my family. It really sucks because like I have 24 nieces and nephews, and they're all growing old. They're developing into their own little humanness, and I'm not there for it. I don't know what colors they like. I don't know what shows they like. I don't know what they're into, what sports they like, or anything. I don't know them as people, and it hurts. And my siblings are like having their own mental crisis, and I can't help them through it, which is something that I feel like I did a lot of the times when I was home, but I can't be there for them. And it really hurts, and I miss my family a lot. My parents aren't getting any younger, and I really, really miss them. I'm hoping this year, sorry if I'm getting emotional. I'm really hoping this year I'll be able to afford to go home for Canadian Thanksgiving. We're looking for tickets right now. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to visit again soon. So January, February, March was kind of a blur. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of a blur. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life during those times. And then at the beginning of April of this year, Coda sprained his leg. And remember how I was saying that whenever he gets injured and I have to do this recovery process with him, I get a lot of PTSD and anxiety and depression? That happened again. So we've been watching him really well. He's been okay. He's healing. He's okay. As of today of May 15th, he's doing really good. He's just about better. So here's hoping. He's hoping he's back to normal really soon. So a lot has been going on in my life, and it's hard to get back into the routine of things with so many life changes. It's been really hard. The next thing I really want to talk about before I go is that I really want to talk about my Twitch account, my Twitch community, and everything in between. So I feel like I put in so much work into my Twitch, and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. I was doing Twitch for, oh my gosh, my Twitch anniversary just came up like 9 days ago. So I've been on Twitch for 9 years now. Oh my gosh. If you don't know, I'm not a Twitch partner. I've been a Twitch affiliate for 9 years, and that kind of stings. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's because of my inconsistency, but still. So as hard as that was, I think it's time to give up on that dream. Even so, I don't think I'm just gonna quit Twitch completely. I still want to stream every once in a while, but I don't think it should be my main focus anymore. So I'm taking a back seat to Twitch streaming from now on. I am so grateful for my community that I built on Twitch. However, if it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't have been able to pay for my dog's surgery that he absolutely needed. They've always done so much for me, and I'm very grateful and very thankful, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. I love every single one of my Haven members, even if they don't feel the same way about me. But yeah, streaming was one of my favorite things to do, simply because I really love being able to make people laugh. I love making people smile, even if it's at my own expense. Everyone in my Haven community knows how I feel about the world being such a hard place, so I really wanted to make a place, my own little corner of the internet, to be a safe and happy place to be. Just to forget about the world and the troubles of everything, you know what I mean? I really loved streaming, and I love my Twitch community. I am gonna be streaming every once in a while, but I don't think it'll be my main focus anymore. So, as for my plans for YouTube, I still really want to document my life. That hasn't changed. I still want to continue making people smile, making people laugh, even though it's kind of hard because I'm not used to it yet. Like, talking to a camera by myself is a lot different than when I'm talking to a camera that I know somebody's on the other side of. I can't guarantee that anybody's gonna be watching this, but so it's kind of hard, but I will get the hang of it. So yeah, I have a lot of family that live very far away, and I really wanted to be able to have a platform to update about my life, simply because, like, I don't feel like anybody really cares to hear about my updates, even though that's not true, probably. I have a really bad time trying to share with people, and I really want to break that habit, so here we are. So yeah, I wanted to give YouTube a shot because it's something that I've always wanted to do. I don't know what the focus of this channel will be, whether it's like productivity, weight loss, or reading. I really want to do booktube. I don't know if you noticed this whole time I've been filming, but I'm sitting in front of my bookshelf. I read a lot. So if you see any books that you like in my background, just, you know, comment below so we can yap about books. So yeah, I really want to do YouTube. I really want to do booktube, simply because I need somebody to talk to about books. I need to yap about books to people who actually know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I hope you'll bear with me as I try to figure out what I want to do with this channel. So if you watch this video until the end, and so I know who the real ones are, leave a comment below with a dog emoji in there somewhere, because I talked about Coda a lot during this video, and he's my best friend, so why not? So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.